In this section, we're going to be looking at game theory. An easy game to use as an example would be one in which you are playing a game of rock, paper, scissors with a friend and you've wagered $1 on the game. This is what's called the payoff matrix for that game. So each of these values represents how much money would change hands and in what direction. So for example, if both you, let's say you're player A and your friend is player B, if both of you throw rock, then $0 changes hands because you've tied. If you throw paper and your friend throws rock, since paper beats rock, $1 would change hands, and that would be from player B to player A, so you would win in that case. Let's say you throw paper and your friend throws scissors. So since scissors beats paper, that would mean you lose, which means $1 would move from player A to player B. So by default, we're always looking at it from player A's perspective. So a positive number indicates that money is moving from player B to player A, whereas a negative number would indicate that money is moving from player A to player B. There will be some strategies that are what are called dominated strategies. It's basically a strategy you would never want to choose because another strategy is always better. So first we'll look at dominated columns. Since columns are going to be player B's, then we're looking for values to be smaller. So a dominated column is one in which all of the values of one column are smaller than all of the values of another column. So for example, on column 3, -6 is smaller than -4, and -9 is smaller than 0. So column 3 dominates column 2. We can also see that -8 is smaller than -4, and -3 is smaller than 0. So column 2 here, is dominated both by column 1 and column 3. So if we want to rewrite this matrix without the dominated column, again, the dominated column is one that we would never want to choose if you were player B, because there are better columns to choose. So we would rewrite it without that dominated column. We can also look at dominated rows. So a dominating row is one that is larger than every other element in another row. So for example, we can see here that 6 is larger than 3 and 4 is larger than -2. So row 3 dominates row 1. So if we want to rewrite this without that dominated row, we would just have 0, 8, 6, 4. So if you were player A, you would never want to choose row 1 because it just never works out for you any better than column 3 would.